well, but they're so high up that she has a lot of her weight on her arm. She's really trying to get life back into her hands there.
Deep lock off the right arm to take the hold with the left.
Now she's going to clip again. So clips are worth more points than the next hold in our lead competitions. So that's why you see athletes clipping from below the clips. This Korean competition has seen a lot of moves, exactly like what Cora was moving through there. Gaston to Gaston, a lot of shouldery, technical, body tension moves. And also these floating underclings. Or does she have a Stein pull there? Can't see from this angle.
Yeah, it's hard to see actually. And it looks like we fixed the audio. Big thank you and props to the team at QTV that managed to fix that. Well done, guys. It was an unexpected hiccup. Everything was working perfectly before the comp went live. Perhaps it was that crazy K-pop that blew the audio, Kendra. Anyway, if you are just joining us, a very, very warm welcome back to Cheongsong, South Korea. You are watching the first lead finals of the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup season. On your screens right now is Coralie Jory of France. Joining me in the commentary booth today is the USA's Kendra Stritch. My name is Liam Lonsdale, and we would love to hear from you in Cheongsong. If you can, drop us a comment in the chat box or in the comments box. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Let us know who you are tuning in for. Why not tell us who you think is going to win? And if you want to get in touch with me directly, you can use @Liam Lonsdale or that hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. Thank you so much for your patience. As you know, we work very hard to get everything running here, and in the depths of Ice Valley, Cheongsong, sometimes things don't quite go to plan.
Cora's into this second roof, which is even bigger than the first roof that we watched her move through. She seems to be fighting with a little bit of rope drag already.
Yeah, it's hard to see where the drag's from actually, Kendra, because the rope's running really freely up to her. It must just be the weight of the rope. She's already at what, 15 meters? Do I need to do it in feet for you?
No, I got it. We've been debating all weekend how high up that second roof is.
Well, if the speed wall's 12 meters minimum.
Yep.
She's probably slightly higher, maybe 2 or 3 meters higher than that now.
Right, so at least 15, but it could be even more if the speed wall is higher than 12.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there we go. She was just fighting to hold on there, couldn't hold on to her tools anymore, but that was a good run.
I mean, she was on there for a long time. She was hung. Yeah, tools are stuck in the ice. They're moving her right from underneath them. She looks pretty gassed. She knows that she's not done badly, but also that I feel like she knows that she should have moved a little quicker and maybe got a little higher. Definitely fatigue getting the better of her, and that I would say is mainly down to the pace.
I would agree, and the struggle that she had in that first roof and
right.
With clip number 3. She spent a lot of time in that awkward, scrunched position.
We'll have to wait and see where that puts her in the rankings. It puts her into first place right now, first of 2. Now, Kendra, this is a moment that I know you've been waiting for a long time. Team USA's been waiting for a long time, and the people on the stream will be very excited about. Ladies and gentlemen, bib 049. Very warm welcome to the first ever American to make a men's lead final, Kevin Lindlow. What does it mean to Team USA to have Kevin in the finals, Kendra?
Stoke. Like, it's so exciting to have seen Kevin's dedication and training to this form of climbing and see it pay off and everything come together for him in this competition and make the finals.
I was looking at my spreadsheet of doom earlier today, and I was trying to work out when the first time I saw Kevin climbing was, and for some reason I don't have his stats in for 2016, but I feel like he might have done the North American Cup in 2016.
He did, and he was in Rabenstein.
So not last year, the year before?
Yes.
So the year... of Bozeman.
Yep. No, that
the year
was
of Durango.
That was the year of Durango.
2016 was the year of Bozeman, and I was wondering if he was in Bozeman, but I don't have it in my stats. Anyway, he competed in Durango, came 12th, which was a stellar effort from him in his first ever international competition. He came 27th in Rabenstein, and then competed in Chamonix and placed 33rd in the World Championship.
So he was in Rabenstein the year before that.
He was?
Yes.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Because that was the year that youth was in Rabenstein.
Right, okay. That was the year that Janusz Volchak won in the men's competition.
Yep.
So in the icebox now are your first place competitors. That seat there with the frozen penguins is where the current first place will sit. See them on the screen right now. Although he doesn't really seem to know what's happening and he seems to be leaving. Somebody needs to tell him to stay there. Maybe he doesn't want to be in the icebox.
So Kevin's halfway through this traverse, approaching that cutoff in the wall. He's moving really well.
He's moving with a nice pace, good consistent momentum. In the 2018 season, which was the one that we had last year, go figure, Kevin finished overall 20th position. First comp of the season was in Sazfei, where he placed 19th, just outside semi-finals. He made semis in Ho Hu He, placed 11th, and then 19th in Cheongsong and 26th in Kirov. So he's already bested any position that he's ever done. And yeah, he's moving really well so far.
Kevin actually came to Korea at the end of December to train.
He's been here since then, right?
He has been.
Just goes to show the dedication that he's put in, the effort that he's put into making himself a finals contender. Lots of people tuned in and cheering on for Kevin from the USA. If you are cheering for Kevin, then why not like and share this broadcast?
Kevin also built a training structure in his backyard in Bozeman, Montana this year.
What a hero.
So both Kevin and Andrew Lamb, a fellow competitor who's here, have been training on his backyard structure.
So Kevin now, it's the end of the first part of the roof and the farthest right-hand side that this route goes, and now it takes a second to shake and he'll have to traverse back and left again. Kind of cruel route setting, actually. As if the steepness wasn't enough, they like double the amount of steep climbing that they have to do.
So now he's looking up at that hold. Hopefully he's got a plan here and can get out of this position without spending too much more time hanging out on this ice block. These ice blocks wobble, even though it is secured in 2 spots there. You can see it wobbling back and forth, and that can really zap your strength.
He hits it though. Really nice work there from Kevin. 24 years old. Into the figure 9 over the left hand. 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Athletes have 8 minutes 30 total, so he's already used 5 of those minutes to get to this point. So to go into a provisional first place, Kevin needs clip number 8. And really, he needs clip number 9 to be a certainty.
Where is clip number 8 right
Clip
now?
number
Okay,
8's
there it
right
is.
there, just next to that barrel, and then 9's hanging down above him. You can see it now, that green sling. But he's got to go all the way right to come all the way left again. Come on, Kevin.
So this next hold, if he can control this next hold and move onto it and release his lower tool, he will be into first place. Right now that ties him.
Oh, feet pop there, and it's just like we saw earlier. Actually, like the banner popped there, Kendra. I'm not sure whether it was feet ripping out the banner or the banner ripping out the feet. Probably the first. So yeah, takes that
There we
next
go.
hold.
Provisionally in first place for the time being.
No, he's got to hit that next hold.
Is it the next one?
Yeah, it's the next one. Because if you remember, Kim Min Chol had that hook with the left hand and then his hand popped with the right.
Okay, yep, you're right.
So Kevin
I was a
Lindlow now
whole-
just climbing his way into provisional first place, stands into the ice box, nice move there, matches high grip with the right hand and clips number 9. So there it is, provisional first place for Kevin Lindlow. He's going to have to keep moving. He still has just over a minute remaining to really set his clock and set the bar high. Come on, Kevin. I'm sure there's plenty of fans at home cheering Kevin on. Lots of you tuned in yesterday and were showing your support. Really nice aggressive movements now from Kevin. He doesn't have any time to stop and hang and shake. He really needs to just keep moving. Left hand into the top of the barrel.
It's great to see that he still had gas to speed up there.
Yeah, definitely. He's very fit, in great shape. Very promising for the rest of the season. Don't stop now, Kevin. Come on. 32 seconds on the clock. Let's get clip number 10. Just short on the first attempt to reach that hold. Definitely feeling tired now. You can see that. Into the fig 9.
Come on, Kevin.
Hits it. There
Nice.
we go. Come on, Kevin. Oh, he's off.
Oh.
Saw the fatigue there. Great effort, though. Brilliant climbing. Big smiles and waves to the crowd for the USA's Kevin Lindlow. Kendra, what's America going to be feeling after that performance?
Proud. That was a great performance. He really read that route well, worked through it, and he didn't get stalled out on anything really for very long. So it was a great performance.
I said it once, but I'll say it again. I really feel like there's a lot of promise shown there. I feel like he's got great potential for the rest of the season. If you can cut it with the best of them in Cheongsong, you can cut it with the best of them on pretty much any structure in this season.
Absolutely. I'm really excited to be doing the whole tour with him and see how things go.
Indeed. Okay, let's go back to the women's competition now. Our next semi-finalist in the women's competition is another Korean. Sun Sunga of Korea climbs now. Relative unknown in this competition. I believe she competed last year, but didn't really do anything, and here she is now in a finals. kind of a signifier of how talented the Koreans are, but also how intensely they train, the facilities that they have, the resources that they have. What is it that, well, I'm going to change the question actually, Kendra. This year we've seen a lot more Americans on the tour. I think it's the most USA represented that we've ever had. What's changed there? Can you give us a bit of background on that?
I think that we've just been slow to pick up on the excitement of this form of climbing, but we don't have any permanent structures in the U.S., and so we've been hosting some things on indoor dry tooling walls and exposing everybody to that, and people find out that it's really fun. And we have some young, talented climbers who, after doing some of that, were just like, okay, I'm in, I'll come to World Cup.
And at the same time, you've got a really strong, senior caliber, let's say, for lack of a better word, the likes of you, Marcus Garcia, there's a real pedigree of athletes that have been involved in the international ice climbing scene for a very long time. Is it cool to see you kind of, not necessarily handing over the baton, but sharing the baton?
Yes, it's really awesome to have a legit team, not just a few of us that are traveling together, and to have them want to be part of that team and travel together and help each other and train. So yeah, it's really exciting to have them, and I hope that I don't have to be the driver and the energy of the sport, that they're going to take over and convince even more people to join in.
And we actually have a couple of members, or rather staff from the AAC, the American Alpine Club, here at the competition. What's the thinking behind that?
We do. So the American Alpine Club is hosting the Denver World Cup in February, and they're here to check out the first World Cup of the season to make sure that they have everything dialed for our competition.
Yeah, it's been really interesting chatting to the pair of them. You can see that they have a lot of great ideas, they have a lot of great plans, and at the same time they're looking at Chongsong, which is very much a veteran on the tour now. It's been going since 2011. They've really got it nailed, and they're going, oh wow, okay, we've got to really pull it out of the bag here.
Right, yeah, it's really great for them to see kind of the premier competition on the tour and strive for that. And it's going to be really great. And I think the Koreans here have been very helpful in answering questions and showing them everything so that we can have a great competition in Denver.
Well, speaking of great competitions, we are in the midst of one right now, and we can see climbing now. Sung Son, she's doing really, really nicely, moving really well. She's just moving past clip number 4, taking a second to shake again. She was having a little bit of trouble in that roof section. Still has 4 minutes 53 to climb.
So this is where her teammate fell off earlier, so she's passing through. Hopefully she can make it through this section.
Ham Young-mi had that right hand and then just popped and was out of there. Kora Juri made it up to clip number 7. Sitting in the icebox right now, provisional first place.
So not only are the American athletes showing up this year in more numbers, but I think the American spectators are showing up in more numbers on the live stream.
I mean, certainly the Korean live stream is a favorable time of all of the tour. This one, 17 hours for Pacific West Coast. It's kind of like late evening, 9:30 on the Pacific West Coast now, so kind of 10:30 in Mountain Time, and then moving progressively later as we go east. Yeah, so more preferable times rather than the 2 a.m.s and 3 a.m.s of Europe. And of course that time difference will carry on to next week as well. We'll be in Beijing next week, so if you are watching from the States, then you'll be able to tune in, and the time difference shouldn't be too much of a problem. we're looking forward to having all of you guys tuned in next week, and passing that same support on to all of the team, all of Team USA. Is the whole team coming from this week to next week, Kendra?
Marcus Garcia is going home.
Okay,
but everybody else is going through, yes.
Awesome. Marcus Garcia, ever so close to making the finals in the knockout stage of speed today, just pipped. Still undecided, Kendra, as to whether Kim Jong-hyun is cruel or cool with this route setting. It's so much movement laterally, so much technical movement. Yeah, I can't decide. The movement is very, very spectacular, I'll give him that.
I've really enjoyed the technical aspect of the climbing here when I got to climb in qualifiers yesterday. And it's really fun to watch these athletes through all of these movements. It does seem, though, that some of these ice blocks and the figure 4, figure 9 sequences are just in there to tire them out.
For sure. Yeah, it's a very physical. Makes clip number 8. Oh, yeah. Kendra's just pointed out that foot was on the top of the ice barrel. Eagle-eyed Kendra Stritch there, so we might be able to catch that in the replay. You can see it again, actually. She's doing it right now. Toe hooking on the underside of the barrel. On the top of the barrel, rather. Yeah, the top side
in
of the barrel.
red area, which indicates an out-of-bounds area.
What do we think, Kendra? If you were a judge, what would you say to that?
That would be her score. That's out of bounds.
So you think that's what it's going to be? They'll call her there?
If they caught it.
Well, the teams below surely will catch it. Someone will make an appeal on that.
If it makes a difference, yep.
I think it will make a difference. Certainly to the likes of the Russians. As she moves up into the 9th position. It's going to make a difference to Cora Jerry. She's 2 clips ahead of her now.
Yep.
You know, did she make the clip before or after the toe hook? I think it was after the toe hook, which would tie her with Cora Jerry. That's the difference between 8th and 7th. Or rather, 6th and 7th.
Yep, that comes down to overall ranking points and money. All 8 athletes in the lead finals win some prize money. It's not significant, but it helps everybody's travel costs.
Insignificant,
yep. She's doing great. She's onto the head wall here. So we're at our 3rd climber out of 8, and she's already up at clip 10 out of 13.
As you said, Kendra, I don't think this is going to count. I think the judges will probably stop her score. Back down at clip number 8. It's not uncommon for the athletes to be allowed to climb on.
Yeah, if there's any question on whether something was in or out of bounds, the judges will err in letting the athlete continue climbing.
Yeah, just in case, and then if the appeal goes the other way. She's out of there anyway now. Great work, good climbing, solid work. But I'm pretty sure that her result will stop just before clip number 8. Yeah, Babak, the judge, was just telling her that. Yeah, so that's just after the point where she was toe hooking the barrel. But I'm watching the judges tell her. You can see that red zone very clearly in that shot. Okay, next athlete, here he is. The bear from Siberia. The tallest, the widest.
Our fluorescent green monster.
Oh my gosh, this guy. Definitely one of my favorite competitors. He's got real character about him. Always beaming grin. Dmitry Grebennikov.
Yesterday in semifinals, there was a very long move off of a hanging ice barrel, and Dmitry was the first one to get that move. Several more athletes after that also made that move, but it was a show-stopping move for a number of athletes, and Dmitry, with his size made it look a little bit easier.
Yeah, he has an impressive ape index, this guy. He's been a consistent competitor for the last 2 years now. He did the whole season starting 2017 in Beijing, where he made finals, placing 6th. He last year highlighted his performances in China, where he placed 8th. That was his only final last year. Finished 9th overall.
You know, in qualification, we saw a lot of holds that looked tricky. Athletes pausing on them, feeling around. And in semifinals, we saw a few of those, but I haven't seen one today yet. Have you noticed any of the holds look tricky?
No, there is an intellect hold higher on this route by clip 13 up on the right-hand side of that in the men's.
Yep. We haven't seen anybody get to that yet.
No, not yet, but that's going to be one. And then on the women's by clip 10, between clips 10 and 11, there's another intellect hold there. Everything else that you said is, you know, fairly basic.
They're just being challenged more by the roof and the movement.
I think, as has been the case for the last couple of years, Kendra, you know, these athletes, or rather, let me rephrase that, the route setters want these athletes to top. You know, they want the winner to top. That's the perfect scenario. One person tops and everybody else cascades behind them. So, you know, you can't set moves that are too technical. The moves have to be fairly straightforward, can be climbed quickly. We're going to see Kozlovlev and Park demonstrate that style perfectly. Or at least I would expect that. I think that's why we're seeing the route setting in this style. Would you say that's the correct assumption?
Yep. I thought maybe there would be, I mean, those intellects are certainly going to give some athletes pause, but we've also been climbing on those intellects for quite a few years, and people are fairly comfortable with them. I thought that we might have a tricky hold or two, but haven't seen that yet.
We'll have to wait and see if it was necessary or not.
Dimitri looks very comfortable moving through all of this horizontal terrain.
So yeah, as Kendra said, Dmitry Grebennikov making light work of that steep section, using his physical strength to move through there easily. Kendra, just a quick look here. We've got people tuned in from Romania, from Nigeria, from LA. We've got people tuned in from the UK, France, Hungary, Houston, Texas, Korea. We have people tuned in from Brazil, the Philippines. Very much an international audience this afternoon.
Great to have everybody watching.
look at that. We've actually got in the top left-hand corner of your screen now some times on the clips. We can tell you at what moment the athletes clip each quick draw, and that gives you an idea of how far they are ahead or behind of the pace. Dmitry Gorobenikov with 2 minutes 47 on the clock. I can tell you was already about a minute and a half ahead of Kevin Lindlow was at this point. Kevin had about a minute left, and we were saying, come on, Kevin, get moving. You've got a moment left, but yeah. Dimitri's got plenty of time to play with here.
Plenty of time on the clock. The question is how much time on the hands is left.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? You've ever seen his hands? His hands are bigger than my torso. It's ridiculous. But every time, every competition he comes up and gives me a high five and gives me a hug, and every time I think he's going to crush me. He has hands like shovels.
Well, we'll see if that pays off.
I still think I could beat him in an arm wrestle.
You might be the only one who thinks that.
Yeah, probably. And I am known to be fairly deluded. Dmitry Gorobenikov now making clip number 10. That puts him into first place ahead of Kevin Lindlow now. So Kevin will be exiting the ice box once Dima comes down.
Well, maybe this next hold is the tricky hold.
Yeah, it's a long way. Or rather, you're looking at the disc there. Yeah, I see it now.
So most of these holds are Korean-made holds. We have a few Russian holds spattered in, but they are very slick if you don't hit the intended point on it.
And he's got 42 seconds left. Oh, he's really not finding it, is he, Kendra?
No, and some of them can have either very, very small points that are good, or sometimes they're just a really shallow groove. And I think that might be the case with this one.
That looks absolutely horrendous, but he's using that shoulder stability to transfer the weight underneath it. You can see the pick shifting, the back of the pick wobbling. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous just looking at it. I don't know how he must be feeling. He's staring it down, and he knows he just has to make one more move for relative safety. Hits the hook, and then he's moving well. He has just a few seconds remaining, if that isn't his time up already. Brilliant work there. That was really, very technical. Yeah, time up for Dmitry Gorobenikov. He'll make the clip, but his score will be 11.3, I think. Or maybe he won't make the clip. No, I think they'll let him.
They'll let him.
Take the whip.
The question is, yeah, there he goes.
Great work from Russia's Dmitry Gorobenikov, who climbs his way into provisional first place. He'll know that Kuzovlev's going to move faster than him, but I think that's a performance to be proud of there, Kendra.
I agree. He should be very proud of that performance. That move onto that tricky gold hold and to stay on there, that was great.
So there he is, the Siberian Bear, Dmitry Gorobenikov. Provisional first place. Next athlete out is Switzerland climber Sina Goetz.
This is another athlete I am super excited to see in finals here in Korea. Sina and Laura came from Switzerland, and they are looking strong and climbing well.
I mean, Laura made finals in Sazfe last year. Zina didn't, but has, I believe, made a final before. Let me just check spreadsheet of doom. I have a gut feeling like she has. I think she made a Sazfe final. No, she did. She made Sazfe final last year. Yeah, I knew that she'd made a final. So she has made one final before. She's only 19 years old. She placed 5th in Sazfe. She'll be looking to better that result here in Cheongsong, but, just the fact that she's in finals at all is a brilliant achievement for the 19-year-old Swiss climber.
Absolutely, and to make a finals at your home wall is exciting and great and an accomplishment, but to make a finals at a wall that you're not experienced on.
And not only a wall that you're not experienced on, a wall that has the reputation and the, the standard that this Cheongsong wall does. Yeah, it's a brilliant effort from her.
The thing that I love this season is seeing the young European women just start these routes with conviction. The French women, the Swiss women, they just move up those first few holds with conviction and power, and I love seeing them start that way. So Liam, what surprises did we have in semifinals yesterday in lead? Who's missing today?
I mean, there was a lot of surprises actually, various different surprises from the style of the climbing and some of the moves, for example, Kozlov's finishing dyno, through to, some of the people that didn't make finals. For example, in the men's competition, Mohammad Reza Safdarian fell very low. And not only him, also Jung Hye Kwon. Both climbers have made finals at this competition before, and I believe Jung Hye Kwon actually took bronze medal, if I remember correctly, here last year. So, both athletes would have been expecting to be in finals. Neither managed to pull it out of the bag. Another surprise for me, and this isn't a negative surprise, Kadota Gihado, or rather Gihado Kadota of Japan, he placed 9th. He was really flipping close. I believe he didn't get through on a count back.
Yes.
To qualifying. Brilliant work from him. That's the first time, that's the highest he's ever placed, and the first time that he's been a real contender for the finals. So, that was a nice surprise to see him there. In the women's competition, Marianne Thomas, Laura Van Olmen, Enni Bertling, Marianne Filipova, Mira Alhonswo, all names that could easily have been in that final, just didn't quite go their way. There's very much a stopper move through the roof. There was 3 clips in a very short space of time, very tiring sequences. Caused a lot of problems for people, that sequence in the ladies yesterday. So those were my, not necessarily surprises, but notes,
Yep.
Occurrences of note. That's what we're going to call them. My OONs.
So I just want to take a minute and explain the count back.
I'd rather you didn't. Just joking. Please do.
So those stopper moves that Liam was referencing, when we have a tie in semifinals, and which in the men's side we had a rather large tie, what they do is they go back to the rankings in qualification. So the better you were ranked in qualification, the higher you will be ranked in semifinals then. And also in finals, we'll go back to semifinals for the count back if there's a tie.
Shout out to Tiffany Brainerd. She's tuned in on the broadcast. Tiffany will be with us in Saas-Fee and in Denver as one of our judges. I'm excited to see you there.
Sina seems to be stalled out in this first
it's
roof
causing
here.
her some trouble, this. I don't know what it is that's, without wanting to take anything away from the athletes, the move isn't particularly difficult, but it seems to be causing them a lot of trouble. Is it just that change of angle, or?
I think it's awkward.
Right, awkward rather than difficult.
Yep.
I mean, you can see she's kicked into the bad side of that volume, the underside of that roof.
I really think she's just got to muscle through this.
Pun intended. Big reach, hits it with the right hand. Oh, that's a tricky position. Looks all right, though.
She has to be careful there not to stand on the top of that barrel that's marked red.
She's going to do what I said Cora Jarry should have done, which is take the hold next to 4, then reach down for the tape to clip. She can make 2 clips at once there, which is a really efficient way to do it. Yeah, really nice, smart climbing there from Sina Goetz. You can see that Sina's actually 2 whole minutes behind the Korean athlete Sunga Son. Reaches up into that undercut. You can see that the head of the axe is floating there. There's really powerful undercling moves. Deep lock, stand high in the toes. She's going to readjust. Takes the left hand and then moves into these ice barrels. Sina Goetz moving out towards the head wall of the structure. Can see very clearly that red marked zone that it appeared Sunga Son toe hooked. Just check the live results and the judges so far have given her the score. She's been allowed her 10.3 score. We'll have to wait and see what the final decision is on that one and whether or not a team appeals that. There she is. Just over 1 minute remaining. She's got a lot of distance to make up if she wants to take that first place.
Yeah, she's really slowed down here. I think she's going to be lucky to get 1 or 2 more clips before she runs out of time. Under 30 seconds left for Sina here. She's got to try to make that next hold and then clip. I think she's got that within time.
So the clock ticks down now for Sina Goetz. She's made clip 9. But I think
and that's it. Time's
that's
up.
Pretty much it. Great work from the young Swiss climber. Climbs away into second place. Still 4 more female athletes to climb. Next athlete in the men's competition will be Russia's Alexei Dengin, last year's silver medalist overall. Alexei Dengin actually won this competition last year. He took the gold medal. Sure that he'll be looking to repeat that performance today. 36-year-old, lives in Moscow, but he is from Kirov. There'll be a world championships, Kendra, I believe, in Kirov this year.
Yes, the World Championships, which happen every 2 years.
It's exciting.
Very exciting to crown a new world champion.
Yeah, because the current world champion won't be there.
No, the Tomalov brothers
Both
are
Tomalov
not.
brothers retired.
They did.
It had to happen eventually, I guess. We actually have a slight delay here. There's a quick draw tangled on the route. Just seen one of the technical guys with his long pole flicking it off the barrel. He's fixed it now. You can see him there. And here he is. There's Alexei Dengin. Yoha. Very popular athlete on the tour. Always has a smile on his face. Here he goes. Very dedicated athlete. Very much one of the core members of the ice climbing community. Dawaj. So moving nicely along now, Alexei Dengin reaches across, very smooth with that right hand to clip number 4. Matches in the high grip with the left. He'll stand nice and high on that right foot into the Stein. And there's clip number 5. Of course, all the athletes have 8 minutes 30 on the clock. He's got 6:41 left. And now reaches out to that steep hanging roof. Kendra, so far I would say this is exactly the type of performance we'd expect from Alexei Dengin. He's moving fast, he's moving aggressively, precisely. You know, I'm not surprised by anything that's happening from Dengin so far.
Yeah, not at all. This is definitely the Dengin style that we're used to seeing. I know that he is not feeling 100% though.
Yeah, he doesn't have a voice.
Right? But he always gives it his all, which is usually a lot. And so he's out there and he's gonna fight. You know, I always have the vision of Alexei in the finals in Durango in my head when I see him climb on those. I just, you know, remember the big dice that we had and him swinging those and fighting the clock.
And of course, it was Durango 2017 that he took his first ever gold medal. Didn't manage to take any more medals that season, but last year it was the medal shower. He took gold in Sasfe, gold in China, and gold here in Korea, finishing second overall.
He's still cruising this route. He still has 4 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Yeah, he's doing exactly what he needs to. He's moving quickly, decisive. Yeah, kind of, it's so Dengin. I don't really know what to say. He's just moving so well. Great flexibility, great athleticism, great momentum.
So that hold that he's on is a stone hold. There's a few of those. I think those are Chinese holds.
Yeah, that's correct. They are, yeah. They're like a cast resin with stone on the outside.
Yep.
And let's just take a quick look at the clock. 3 minutes 34, so he's about a minute ahead of Grebenikov, who was about a minute ahead of Kevin Lindlow. So Dengin's moving really nicely now as he gets to clip 10. He's over halfway.
So now we have this golden hold. We'll see how Alexei takes this.
Yeah, so he's read it right correctly so far. You know, high grip on the left hand, keep that stability in the center of gravity nice and high on the left, to then be high on the right. Interesting that he's going for a reverse hook first time round.
That quick glance over his left shoulder was looking at the clock that's down on the stage. The judges will not yell out any time to the athletes other than time up.
Well, Kendra, I have to say, Alexei Dengin made that look easy.
He did.
Shows his pedigree there. Into the fig four over the right hand. Still 1 minute 44 on the clock. This is a really excellent performance from Alexei Dengin. Clip 12 made. Match is in on the high grip on that left side of the volume. Just trying to reset himself. Asks the crowd for some support, gives himself a little moment to shake the left hand out. Reverses that left grip and reaches out with the right hand into that hook position. Kendra, he's looking totally in control right now.
He is very solid. He just has to move fast enough.
Well, he's at clip 13. There's only one more clip remaining after this one, and he has less than a minute going. He's on that intellect hold that we talked about. He's taking it no problem at all. Standing on that volume. Now, this is going to be a big move. If we look at the distance between that intellect hold and that ice barrel, he jumps and he hits it! Excellent work from Alexei Dengin. He doesn't even care how much time he's got left as he roars to the crowd behind him.
Amazing.
30 seconds on the clock for Dengin.
You know, he didn't even hesitate in just jumping to it. He just knew that I know he does. And he just knew he had to do it. Don't try to go static.
Come on, Dengin, don't stop now. 19 seconds. Up into the start, misses it first time. 10 seconds on the clock, hits it second time. 2 more moves, 1 more clip, stand between Alexei Dengin and the top. Is he going to do it? I think it's going to be tight.
Time out.
Time up. What a shame. Oh, he takes the ride anyway. Oh, and he's psyched. Look at that. A roar for the crowd. Russia's Alexei Dengin gave everything and continues to give everything. That, ladies and gentlemen, is passion. That, ladies and gentlemen, is dedication. Alexei Dengin, very much the heart and soul of ice climbing. And that could be a gold medal winning performance. Kendra, what do you think?
It very well could be.
There's one thing we're sure, Nikolai Kuzovlev is going to be doing everything that he can to make sure it isn't. We still have Hyung Park and Jung Yeon Lee and Lee Chang-hyun to climb.
I definitely think those men are going to make it up into that same area, though. So it's going to be who can master those dynos, who can stick that last move.
Yeah, that dyno was so wonderful. Really cruised that. Now we get to see it again. Placed that left foot, launched with the left hand, ran up. He even tic-tacked with his feet up the volume as well. Really lovely stuff. A flawless performance from Alexei Dengin.
That was beautiful.
Now, speaking of flawless performances, Emma McSwiggan qualified in first place. Oh no, that didn't just happen.
It did.
I'm speechless. That is absolutely heartbreaking. Emma McSwiggan fell off the second move there, Kendra? First move, second move?
Second, yeah. Second, third, fourth.
Oh my gosh, that was not what we were
That's
expecting.
heartbreaking.
The crowd don't really know what's happened. Emma doesn't really know what's happened. She really can't believe what happened. Oh, that is the absolute worst way to go out of a finals.
You know, she was really in the zone and relaxed for qualifiers and semifinals yesterday, and she was telling me that you know, it's really hard to get into that mindset of just being relaxed and climbing, and she was really hoping to get into that for the finals today, but I think she was pushing that. She was trying to push the comfort level and the relaxing and just move too quickly.
Oh, that is an absolute heartbreak moment. I am gutted for Emma McSwiggan. That is such a shame. Yeah, kind of speechless actually, Kendra.
I'm with you. Certainly my heart goes out to Emer. We all love you. And I'm sure that she will come back and climb well next weekend.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope it doesn't get into her head. Let's take a quick look at those provisional results. So, heartbreakingly in 5th place, Ireland's Emma McSwiggan. 4th place is Korea's Ham Young-mi. 3rd place is France's Coralie Jarry. 2nd place from Korea. And look, that score has changed, Kendra. They've got 7.25 down
Excellent.
now. So they have given her a score of 7.25 due to that toe hook, Song Sunga. And 1st place right now is Switzerland's Sina Gertz. Amazing work from her in the men's competition. I can give you the provisional results so far. In 4th place is Kim Min-chol of Korea. 3rd place, Kevin Lindlow of the USA. 2nd place is Dmitry Grebenikov of Russia. And 1st place, with that stunning performance we just saw, it was Alexei Dengin. So those are the results as they stand. Of course, we do have 4 more athletes in men, 3 more athletes in women. In the men, we will have Jung Yeon Lee next. He'll be followed by Hyung Park, followed by Lee Chang-hyun, followed by Nikolai Kuzovlev. And over in that women's competition, out next, we will have Woon Seon Shin, followed by Hanare Song, followed by Maria Tolokanina. So here is Young-Hyun Lee. Finished third in Kirov last year in the World Championship, or rather in the World Cup last year. Took the bronze medal there. He finished 6th overall. Didn't make the finals here in Cheongsong. He actually placed 10th. So he's bettered that result already. So, as it stands, Young-Hyun Lee moving well and just less than a second. No, I think that is exactly a second. I think that's minutes and then seconds ahead of Alexei Dengin. As you mentioned before, Kendra, the Koreans do have a bit of a home advantage here. They had their national championships on this structure last weekend. So they're going to feel a little bit more at home than some of the other climbers, or all of the other climbers, really.
I think it's more of a mental comfort level advantage than it is really knowing holds or anything secret. But yeah, just more relaxed in this environment. And
well, moves up into that Stein by clip 4 very comfortably. Nice move there, straight into that figure 9. Not getting sucked into kicking into the underside of the roof too soon. And makes clip number 6. "30 seconds behind Dengin. Into the fig 4 with the right hand on the ice box. Into the high grip with the right hand, and that's, yeah, really smart move so he can move up first time with the left hand.
Very efficient there, gaining time. He read the route well and remembered it, had an execution plan.
That right ice tool looks very shallow then. Swings off that block to hit on to the next one. Yeah, really nice movement here. Very confident. Young-Hyun Lee looks totally in his comfort zone right now. You see one of the banners hanging down there that was kicked out earlier by a previous athlete. Oh, didn't quite have the enough rope out to make clip number 8 then. Oh, he's still not managed it. This is, it's little mistakes like this, Kendra, that really cost an athlete, you know? You've got to make that clip first time. Fumbling a clip, it's 5 or 6 seconds, maybe more, maybe that was 10 seconds. It's the difference between making clip 13 or clip 14 and not doing, right?
Yes, and it's not just the time on the clock, it's the time on your hands in that position. these athletes are watching that rope as they're going through this route, and they're all a little worried about that because it's behind
the back of the barrel.
Yep, and it can cause more rope drag if it's behind the barrel, but we've seen every time that they've come across, if they just make the next two moves, the rope actually untangles itself.
Yeah. Steps into that ice box and matches in the high grip on that right hand. Makes clip number 9. Figure 4 over the left hand. He's 10 seconds behind Grebennikov now.
Nice. He made that move very smooth and efficiently.
Very confident moves. Looking very comfortable. Be interesting to see how he does with this next move. We saw Grebennikov looking very tenuous and Dengin looking like it was a walk in the park. Young Lee opens his shoulders and makes it look very easy indeed. That's experience for you.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. Experience levels between those 3 athletes. Grebennikov is the newer athlete.
For sure. Only competed in Korea once before. Locks down the Fig 4 over the right hand. 1 minute 43 on the clock. Takes the very shallow hook with the left hand. Matches in the high grip. Smart move there, efficient clipping. There's Dengin in the ice box. Waiting to see if he'll stay in first place. Swings out with the right hand. Nice step behind him there. Approaching that dyno. 1 minute remaining. Deep lock off that Fig 4. Takes the hook nicely with the right hand. 50 seconds on the clock. Into the intellect hold, which again takes without hesitation. What do you think, Kendra? Is he going to go first time?
Yes. He's stand up and do it.
30 seconds on the clock. Young Lee of South Korea jumps first time. Look at that, 2 hands, catches it 1-2, runs up the box. Spectacular stuff from the young South Korean climber. Absolutely sensational. Into the undercling, right hand up to the hook. Can he be Alexei Dengin's time? Oh my gosh, it's bated breath. 8, 7, 6, into the back. 3, 2, 1, and it's no top, but it is first place provisionally for Young Lee of South Korea. He will be allowed to make that top clip, but it is a no top for him. Awesome work from the young climber. Provisional first place for the young Korean.
He looks tired.
He certainly does look tired. I think I'd look tired if I'd done that. And do you know what, Kendra? I was just thinking that it's really, really wonderful to see a Korean athlete up on that top spot that isn't Hyung Park. He's been so dominant for so long, and the Korean guys really just didn't seem anywhere, close to matching him. And Young Hye Kwon was getting close for a couple of years, but there is an athlete, Young Lee, that really looks like he has winning gold medal potential for the years to come.
I agree, and he's young.
He is, yeah. I don't actually have his age. For some reason, it's not updated in my spreadsheet, but he's early 20s, I know that much.
Yep. So he has a lot more years of competing ahead of him. Hopefully many medals. That was great, and he had an eagle eye up there at that top hold to see that there was a hole on the back of that. they wouldn't have been able to see that during preview.
Right. No, I loved his dyno, that style on the dyno. And we can see it from below. He took a second to shake. Watch his feet here. Don't watch the hands, watch the feet. Oh, maybe not. Here we go. 1, 2. He took 2 whole steps, running up the volume. Really, really nice. Okay, back to the action. Another Korean athlete. This time it's bib 115, Woon Shin. Last year, she took the overall gold medal. Started the season with a silver in Sazfei, followed by a second silver in Rabenstein. She then took gold in China, gold here in Cheongsong, and then silver medal in Kirov. Let's see how she copes with this tricky move at clip 2. It's caused a lot of athletes a lot of problems. Woon Shin, one of the most experienced athletes on the tour, certainly at this structure as well. Certainly quicker than the other athletes out of there, but even Woon Shin didn't make that move look simple, Kendra. So Woon Shin, multiple-time gold medalist for Korea in this World Cup tour, multiple-time world #1, world champion. She's basically won every medal that there is to win. It's been between her, Maria Tolokanina, and the other Korean, Hana Rae-song, for about 3 or 4 years now.
With Angelica Reinert,
Of course.
mixed in there too.
Yeah, Angelica has taken Angelica's last gold medal was 2015. She took 2 that season, 1 in Sazfei and 1 in Chamonix. She took a bronze medal in Bozeman the following year. 2017, she took 3 silver medals, placing 2nd overall. And last year, of course, was missing from the tour. Angelica Reinert, one of the big names for many, many years, took the overall title in 2012 and 2015.
So Sunny was just looking down.
What do we think she was looking at?
I don't know. I think she thought she heard something, but I don't think anything's going on.
So moved out of that roof section very easily indeed.
She still has 3.5 minutes left on the clock.
It's absolutely ridiculous. She's way over halfway as well.
And she hasn't looked like really fast, but she's just been consistently moving the whole time.
Yeah.
That is exactly how I would describe Woon Shin's style, you know, Kendra. She never seems to climb particularly fast. Same with Hanare Song. Neither of them look fast. When you look at the time that's elapsed, and they seem to have just floated up there. Effortless is how I would describe their style.
So on to the intellect.
First time we've seen anyone up there, right? Am I right there? We've not seen anyone past clip 10. Sina Gertz got 10 points. Oh, I need to check that result. So she got 9.27.
I think she is high. Well, the other...
It was Son Sunga who actually got called down. Yeah, we did see her there. You're right, Kendra.
She was just through this section and then timed out.
You're totally right. Of course, she was marked down due to the toe hook that eagle-eyed Kendra Stritch spotted earlier. Judges also spotted that one.
Now on to another Chinese rock hold.
Kendra, I'm not even going to say it. I was about to say something that could potentially jinx, so I'm just not going to. Let's watch what happens here. But Won Seon-shin has 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. She has 1, 2, 3, 4 holds between her and the last clip, 5 holds between her and the top. Probably about 7 moves, if I've read that correctly. She's going to take this left hand, match in on that. I don't know, maybe 9 moves. You can see our 2 top spot climbers there in the ice box, Yoon Hyun Lee and Sina Gertz.
I'm really interested to see what this next hold is and how she takes it. These, with the holds being painted all one color.
Yeah, it looks very shallow.
It's hard to see what they are and where the good spot is on them, and that's really the point of painting them that way.
Well, the great thing about Won Seon-shin's style, Kendra, is that she's got to that point with well over a minute and a half on the clock. She's 1:18 on the clock now, and she knows with just a few moves to make, she doesn't need to rush. She can be calm, she can be calculated, and yeah, she doesn't want to make a mistake now. So she's taking it as a backhand. Oh, she's off! Well, there you go. Very tricky hold. She shakes her head, and I think she knows that that's going to be a deciding move. She had lots of time. It was a very tricky position. She committed to it, and she was out of there.
She had a great climb. I mean, I know she's very disappointed.
She is not happy.
But she climbed well.
She did climb very well. Yeah, you can see Won Seon-shin disappointed with herself. She knows that Maria Tolokanina and Hana Rai Song are both going to be reaching that position with a similar amount of time on the clock. She does go into first place. Will she stay there? Call it, Kendra. Is she going to stay in first place?
No, not till the end.
Oh, she's gone there. Right. Speaking of Bobby Dazzlers, Bib 023.
Running to the wall.
More energy than is healthy for any human. He's off, look at him go, he's sprinting up the wall. Young Park has been a name on the scene for almost a decade.
We might need the speed belayers to come back.
Yeah, you might be right there. This guy is sprinting up those first moves. He took the overall titles in 2011, 2013 and 2017, basically back and forth with Maxim Tomilov. In 2017, he was the overall winner with 4 gold medals and a silver. He has won here he took the bronze here last year. It was the only competition he did. He won here the year before and in 2016. He took the bronze medal in 2015 here. You know, this competition is basically his, you know? His to lose.
His to lose, and all the other Korean competitions this year were actually his to host.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He's been awesome in putting on and route setting a lot of the Korean Cups and really developing the sport here and pushing the route setting. He made all of those competitions in different formats, different styles, and I think it's really great. It's really making the Korean climbers, the Korean team, very diverse in their climbing.
Yeah, I totally agree. He's been a mentor to the teams. He's been a figurehead, someone to watch, someone to aspire to, and at the same time, someone to, you know, chat with and learn from. Always a friendly face and an absolute stellar competitor.
He's just keeping up this speed right through this steep.
It's actually ridiculous, Kendra. He's not slowed down since the moment that he started running from the back of the wall. So there he goes, Fig 9 onto that third ice block, moving towards clip number 8. 5:34 on the clock.
They've got the music pumped up here.
Really? I hadn't noticed, Kendra. Oh my gosh.
The crowd is excited. People are standing out of their seats.
My head is vibrating with that bass. I sound like an old man, I know, but cheapers.
It's good for the party, Liam.
Is it?
It is.
I'll take your word for it. Hyung Park moving leftwards now. I don't know what he had for breakfast, but it was probably rocket fuel by the looks of the speed on him at this pace. Into the Stein with the left hand, just left of clip number 9. Big lock into that, straight to the high grip on that barrel. Very smart route reading there. You can see with that extended grip on the handle of the tool, he's able to match in the middle of the tool and then go high grip with the left. Smart route reading from the pro. Makes clip number 10. Look at that, and clip number 11 at the same time. Let's see what he does with this move. Just as a quick look across. Young Lee matched, high grip with the left. Took the hold. And then used some solid shoulder stability. Hyung Park just hesitating with that placement. Keeps his weight low, isolates that right shoulder. Look at that. He's even going to match on it. Really nice. Can see it in his face. Uses that figure 4 in this instance to keep the weight firmly through the placement. Just like a pro there, Kendra.
He's the Ice King.
He is the Ice King, there's no doubt about it. Into that backhand with the left. 3 minutes on the clock. I had to convince myself that I read that right then. He could start from the bottom and still be ahead of the other athletes. Absolutely stunning. He set a blistering pace. Young Lee must be looking down thinking, well, I thought I had that in the bag. Park Hyung stunning effort so far. Just needs to keep it together. See a puff of the cheeks there as he exhales deeply, lines himself up for this dyno. Finds the intellect placement. There he goes, left foot high into the volume. And so what we'll see is the generation of momentum with the right hand, swing of the hips as he has to run up that volume and hit the ice barrel. Oh, he's hesitating. Look at that, minute 24 ahead of his Korean teammate. He doesn't look comfortable, Kendra. But he sticks it, and he went all in one movement. Didn't opt to run, and that's why it looked less comfortable. He used the full length of his body and the full length of his tools for that one. But with 1:25 on the clock, he has got seconds to play with here. Into the back of the volume, into the front of the ice barrel. He clips first. Left tool into the finishing zone, right tool into the finishing zone. 1 minute 9 seconds left on the clock. Hyung Park knows that he has set the standard. And get ready, ladies and gentlemen, his signature finish. They don't call him the Ice King for nothing, as he muscles his way up onto the ice barrel. If you've not watched an ice climbing competition before, then watch this.
I was going to say they may have created a route that he couldn't do this off of.
Nope. Not Hyung Park. Stay on Hyung Park, because this guy is about to show why he is the Ice King. Taking on the slack in his mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Hyung Park. Ever the showman, Kendra.
The Korean Ice King.
Number 1. Oh, I'm excited now. Will Nikolai Kuzovlev have enough speed to take it?
The way Park was climbing at the end, Park thinks he does. Park knows he does. And Park knew that he still needed to get that top as quickly as possible. He had the time on the clock, but he could not waste any of it, because Kusalev is going to get up there and it's going to come down to time.
Oh, that was good. That was a good semi-finals. I just looked at the semi-finals results there. Good finals performance from Hyung Park. So we still have Lee Chang-hyun to climb, then Nikolai Kuzovlev. And Kuzovlev is definitely the one to watch, you know. He was the only athlete to top in the semi-finals, and he did so in fine style. She's going to be a nail-biter, Kendra.
My palms are sweaty from the excitement here.
So next athlete out is Korea's Hanarai Song. Tied with Maria Tolokanina in the semi-finals yesterday. Second place on countbacks. If you are just joining us, a very, very warm welcome and good evening from Cheongsong. You are watching the first lead finals of the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup season. My name is Liam Lonsdale, and I'm joined this afternoon by Kendra Stritch of Team USA. You can get in touch with us here using that hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing, and you can contact me directly on @Liam Lonsdale using all of the major social media channels. Hyung Park getting handshakes and high fives from all the dignitaries and VIPs here as he turfs Young Yeon Lee out of the ice box. Hanarai Song begins her finals route attempt. 8 minutes 30 on the clock for all the athletes to begin. Just over a minute has elapsed. Elapsed? It's not. Is that a word?
Elapsed.
Good.
Yes.
Just checking. Has elapsed already. And Hanarai Song moves through this very awkward first roof. It's caused all the athletes a little bit of trouble.
She's losing time here. She keeps catching that hold in a spot that she doesn't like. Ah, that's the cheese hold. It's one of my favorite holds.
Why is that, Kendra?
Because it has a lot of little divots and they're all different, or not, they're not quite divots, they're holes. And but you can take it several different spots, and I don't know, I just like it.
I actually, speaking of cheese, heard there was an explosion in a cheese factory last week here in Cheongsong.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, everything was destroyed. All that was left was debris. We're here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Hannah Rai's song climbing there between clips 4 and 5. Makes clip 5 nice and easy. 5 minutes 39 on the clock for her.
Is she on par time-wise with the other athletes?
No, way behind. But what I will say is that she looks like she's speeding up. She's got a lot of work to do if she wants to catch Won Shin. Just to give you those results, as Hannah Rai Song's climbing in 6th place right now, Zema McSwiggan. Absolutely heartbreaking fall for her. Yeah, heart goes out to her today. Han Young Mi in 5th place, Cora Jari in 4th place, Sun Sungai in 3rd place, Sina Götz currently sitting in 2nd place, and Won Xion Shin, excuse me, sitting in 1st place. Hannah Rai Song looking to better that performance from Won Xion Shin, who fell just below the top. In the men's competition, Kim Min Chol in 6th place behind Kevin Lundlow of the USA in 5th, Dmitry Grebennikov in 4th, Alexei Dengin in 3rd, and Young Yeon Lee in 2nd, and Xiong Park sitting currently in 1st after topping that route in 7 minutes 19 seconds. A stunning performance from the Korean Ice King.
Let us know if you have any questions about what you're seeing. You can write to us on Facebook or YouTube on the live streams.
Stick it in the chat box.
Hannah Rai is not hitting these moves off the ice blocks on her first goes.
See, there's some chat about the structure in the building here. So the ice climbing structure here in Cheongsong is a permanent fixture. It was a massive investment, and it's a really beautiful thing. It's a work of art. Huge dome or half dome with the structure built on the inside of it, with 6 different pillars that they can climb up, and then a central ice tower forming the speed wall. And over the years, they've gradually expanded the facility. So we're actually sat in a 3-story building that was built in time for last year's World Cup. There are 2 different cafeterias. There's an activity area. There's even a little climbing gym inside this building. They really have gone all out to create a world-class facility for ice climbing competitions. Not including, of course, over there we have the full technical marquees, we have isolation zones that are all heated, warm-up areas. You know, they have a small festival as well with local food and delicacies and crafts that you can buy. They have a miniature stage. It's really quite an incredible event that they put on here every year. Hannah Rai Song with 2:17 on the clock, just advancing past clip number 10 now into that intellect hold. Matches backhand low grip on that left tool.
She's not short on time now here up on this head wall.
No, you're right. She seems to have made up that time, and you know, as I said before, it's a funny thing with Narai and Munseon. They both somehow just seem to move effortlessly fast. There's no real speed in the movement, but I think it must be efficiency. No mistakes, you know, they don't kick more than twice between each move, and they very rarely misplace their tools. You know, it's place the tool, kick 1, 2, move again, place the tool, kick 1, 2, move again. Yeah, and they don't shake very often.
No, they both have a lot of endurance, spend a lot of time on their tools. Park is watching his teammate.
As is Won Seon Shin, she'll be watching very closely, knowing that all Narai has to do is touch that next hold to go ahead of her in the rankings. This moment in time with 58 seconds left, it's hanging in the balance. Yeah, she's not looked as confident as I would have expected, Kendra.
Yeah, the bigger moves have slowed her down a bit.
Which is not normal for Narai.
No, she doesn't look as comfortable.
Okay, here we go. So, places that right hand. She's held it! That was close. I thought she was off. That was the move that Won Seon Shin fell off before. Narai Song went first time, didn't quite have it. Oh, she's off left hand! Whoa! Flipping heck!
Wow.
It all just fell apart there.
So she will not bump Won Seon Shin
No, she'll
out
sit
of
in
first
second
place.
So it all falls down to Maria Tolokanina now. Maria Tolokanina will have the opportunity. If she gets past that move, she will win. Narai Song will sit in second place until then. Now,
Another Korean
athlete, and one who's relatively unknown, Kendra. Wearing bib number 20 is Lee Chang-hyun. Again, these Korean athletes, they've got excellent training facilities, excellent resources. And yeah, with the likes of Hyung Park, great caliber of athlete and coach to draw on their experience and their knowledge. It's no surprise that we're seeing so many excellent athletes coming out of this Korean team.
We have a question about what the walls are made of. These are plywood walls.
They are, and then you have sections that are made from ice as well, as we see there. Using that with the right hand in the ice block. Some structures opt to use more ice than others. Sasfei uses logs in some parts. They even have a little bit of concrete in there.
Yeah, we used to start on the concrete pillars. Luckily, they've added some wood features.
They have, yes.
France's structure has a lot of ice on it.
As does Rabenstein.
And France only holds a competition every other year, so it's kind of exciting when we get to go climb on it.
Of course, talking about the Champagny structure there.
The plywood on this structure is really well supported, and well attached to the structure behind it, and it makes it really nice to kick into. There's no mushy spots, there's no spots that bounce on you. We really don't have those problems on this structure, and it's also a nice consistency, grain of the wood, and so you see a lot of these athletes, they're almost just stepping most of the time into the plywood. So just under 5 minutes left. Still plenty of time.
Yeah, he's actually moving really well, Lee Chang-hyun. Not quite as fast as Park was, but he's not actually much slower either. Interestingly, he's gone into that upper part of the ice block to make clip number 8. Needs to go all the way around to the other side of it now. So Lee Chang-hyun goes up with the left hand onto that yellow volume, matches in the high grip with the right. Yeah, another athlete that just wants to make sure that rope isn't tangled. And it's looking pretty tangled at this point, Kendra. It looks like it's over the top of the barrel. You see how the right... Yeah, there it is. Needs to make the next move, and I think it'll be easier for him to untangle, as you said. As it was, it would have been more difficult because it was over the top.
Yeah, I agree. He did need to do something with it.
There you go. It's fixed itself now. And again, precious seconds wasted. And it's all going to be about time. Now that Hyung Park has set the bar and topped the route, any athlete has to top faster than he did in order to beat him. Tops the route in 7 minutes and 19 seconds.
So have you noticed that there's been two strategies to this ice barrel?
I have noticed, yeah, some of the athletes going... Well, in fact, there's been 3 strategies. So
okay.
There's been low grip, low hole, high right hole, and then straight to the hold. There's been straight to the high hole and then straight to the hold. And then the strategy that our athlete now just took, which was low grip, left grip, right grip, right?
But there's also been the where you kept your feet. The ones that...
so many strategies.
I know. Well, the ones that just used those inside holds tended to just keep their feet on the wall.
Right.
And so it was a lot more efficient.
Yeah. Rather than the fig 4.
The figure 4, because that figure 4 puts you all on the barrel, which then is pulling you away from the wall, tipping you away from the wall and making that move longer.
Look how easy Lee Chang-hyun's moving off that hold. He's like hanging there like it's a jug. Like he's on the rung of a ladder or something. Cruising. Very calm, very confident. But now, Kendra, we can say that he's lost so much time. He only has a minute on the clock.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way that he's going to top this.
Unless he's got some rockets stuffed down his boots. I think it's very unlikely we'll see a top now. 45 seconds remaining for Lee Chang-hyun of Korea. Hyung Park will remain in the icebox in first place.
He does have the 12th clipped, so right now that puts him into 4th provisionally.
Yeah, he's definitely behind Alexei Dengin. Alexei, of course, the first person to show us the method on that dyno. 9 seconds remaining, and he's got to find that placement in the intellect hold and make the clip. No, it's not going to happen. Time up. The rope drag there.
Yeah, that was just rope drag. That's not... That's not the belayer stopping
The
him.
belayer has I just said it like an American. The belayer has lots of slack out. We can see both guys there. Oh, he's going for the move anyway. Oh, and he stuck it. Nice. Made it look easy, actually.
Good climbing, but not enough. Too slow.
Yeah, nice work from Lee Chang-hyun. So let's take a quick look at those results before Maria Tolokanina starts. In the men's, we have 7th place Kim Min-chol, 6th place Kevin Lindlow, 5th place Dmitry Grebennikov, 4th place we just saw him climb Lee Chang-hyun. Podiums as it stands, Dengin in 3rd, Young Lee in 2nd, and Hyung Park in 1st in the women's competition, and it's about to happen now. We'll see whether Maria Tolokanina will be on that podium. 7th place currently is Ireland's Emma McSwiggan. 6th place is Korea's Ham Young-mi. 5th place is Francis Coralie-Jarry. 4th place, Song Sung-ga from Korea. 3rd place right now is Sina Guts of Switzerland. 2nd place, Song Hana-rai of Korea. 1st place, Shin Mun-seon of Korea. Just to let you know, after Maria Tolokanina has climbed, it will be Nikolai Kuzovlev. And once Kuzovlev's climbed, I'm going to sprint down onto the structure down at the base of the routes and grab some of the athletes for interviews. So don't go anywhere. We'll grab the winners and we'll grab some of the other athletes and find out what they thought about the competition. So make sure you stick with us for that. And of course, the medal ceremony will take place immediately after as well. If you want to check out that. If you have any questions that you'd like me to ask the athletes, now is the time to pop them in the comments. I'll do my best to ask a few of your questions. You can ask me, particularly if there's any athlete you'd like me to grab, I will do my very best. Maria Tolokanina moving towards clip number 2 now. She's made the clip, she's moving into that ice barrel. And look at that, really nicely skipping around that tricky position, taking the hold just over the lip of that roof.
That's just experience right there. Crossing through, making that not look very awkward. She is one of the shorter competitors as well, though, too.
Yeah, one of the shortest, in fact.
And so that, is a little bit of a benefit in those scrunchy areas. Got a question on the gloves that the athletes are wearing.
Oh, Kendra, won't you answer it for us?
Most of the athletes wear golf gloves. They're very...
Is that because they're passionate golfers?
No. I mean, there might be a couple of those, but it's because the gloves are very nice and thin and tactile. You can feel your tool well. You can feel holds if you want to feel them with your hand to see what they... where the good spots are, and also because they're grippy. They're designed to grip onto the golf clubs, and so they hold onto our tools very well. There are a few athletes too that have some like receiver gloves for football receivers or batting gloves.
We don't wear gloves when we play football, Kendra.
Wrong football, Liam.
Oh, you mean American football, right? Sorry.
What if I'm talking about Canadian football?
So Maria Tolokanina moving up into the ice barrel now. That first block in the steepest and longest section. Sincerely hope that you're enjoying the competition this afternoon. It's been an absolutely wonderful, wonderful final.
So a technical cannot be called for rope drag, but it can be called for short roping, which we had a little bit of going on in qualifiers.
Maria Tolokanina ahead of the pace right now, looking really solid.
A technical can also not be called for broken equipment. So if a pick or a tool breaks or a crampon, with all things that have happened in competition, it's
tough luck.
Yeah, tough luck. Keep climbing if you can.
One of my favourite moments at this very competition, in fact, was when Vladimir Kartashev got his tool stuck in the speed finals one year, about halfway up, and continued to climb one tool.
Just hopping.
Which was unbelievable. And still managed to finish faster than most of the other competitors.
He apparently practiced that.
Yeah, I've heard that actually. They do practice one tool. Maria Tolokanina with 3 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock. Kendra, she's absolutely flying. As we've said already, she's actually behind Won Seon-shin at this stage, about 14 seconds slower, but as we've said already, she just has to get past Won Seon-shin. Won Seon really needed a top to set the standard. Takes that intellect hold. And 44 seconds left on the clock, almost exactly the same speed as Won Seon-shin now. And there's one thing we can say for Maria Tolokanina, it's very rare that we'll see her anything but composed. She's going to move through these next moves with conviction. She's going to move decisively. Swings up off that right hand. Oh, look at that, misses first time. Better there. Matches in to readjust with that right tool. Smart climbing from Maria Tolokanina. 2 minutes 10 seconds left.
So she has no idea where the previous athletes have gotten to on this route, whether they've timed out, fallen, topped.
Very true.
So she is climbing with the intent to make it to the top as quickly as she can.
Okay. So, Hanare Song and Won Seon-shin both fell within this next two moves. Let's see how Maria Tolokanina fares with 1 minute and 35 seconds on the clock. Readjusts by matching in on that right tool, takes the high grip on the left. Smart, puts the rope over the volume to reduce some of the drag effect. This is the moment of truth. High feet. Looks at that left hand. Oh, she sticks it! Falls! But that was a very aggressive fall.
That was first place.
But I'm pretty sure that will give her first place. She takes that right hand and taps the hold. She knows that she's won as she looks down to her teammate. Oh, just what a move. Kendra, I'm kind of speechless. She caught me off guard there. I wasn't expecting that fall because she looked so solid. I wonder if, I can't decide if that's emotion or if she's hurt herself. Maybe a little bit of both. Let's watch that back again. So what was really nice here was you see her take the high grip with the left hand, kicks the feet really high, gets that center of gravity behind the axe so that she can reach up. Watch the left tool, pops there, and I did think she'd stuck it, but just by touching that next hold, she's gone ahead of Won Seon-shin.
So she will get the points for sticking it because that lower hand popped first.
Yeah. So, taking a quick breath now. We barely have any time between the two climbers as we push on, and Nikolai Kuzovlev is on the wall. Nikolai took gold medal this morning. Did he? He did. In the speed competition?
No.
Anton Nemov did. Yeah, of course. That was an upset. Yeah, Nemov took the gold. Nikolai Kuzovlev took silver.
In speed this morning.
Yeah, and but it was the combined gold medal that he took in Moscow a few weeks ago. He was the only climber to top the route yesterday. And with this route attempt, we'll be looking to make it an all-Russian top spot on the podium. Currently sitting in the top spot is Hyung Park. He topped 7 minutes 19. Maria Tolokanina falling short of the top, just managing to beat Won Seon Shin with the tap of a hold. And look at that, Kendra. He's already 19 seconds ahead of the pace. Very, very fast. It's not surprising that he's a speed climber as well as a lead climber.
This is a very exciting finals.
It certainly is, and I would expect nothing less from a competition in such standing as this is Cheong Song. Just to remind you, straight after Kozlovlev finishes, I will be hot-footing it out of the commentary booth, and I will be making my way down onto the stage to speak to some of the athletes and have a chat with them, and find out how they felt about their performances. If there's particular questions or particular athletes you'd like me to talk to, let me know, and I'll do my very best to get hold of them. Kozlovlev makes clip number 8 nice and easy. Moving efficiently around to the right-hand side of this third hanging ice block. Right leg over left hand into the figure 4, reaches out behind him. He's moving really efficiently right now. This is great climbing from Nikolai Kozlovlev. Four minutes, 47 seconds left on the clock for Kozlovlev as he moves towards clip number 10. 1 minute, 39 seconds ahead of the pace, Kendra.
He's just cruising this.
I mean,
there's not much more to say.
Yeah, in a final that is going to be all about speed due to the fact that Park topped. He's doing absolutely everything right.
He is pausing to look at this gold hold.
And maybe that is that one slight advantage that the Koreans have. You know, they knew that hold a little bit better than the Russians. Although Dengin didn't pause, did he? Kozlovlev stepping rightwards now. Makes his way onto the final head wall. Do you think he knows that Hyung Park topped? Of all the athletes
there
that you
was
would
a
know,
lot of cheering. I think he'd definitely assumed from the beginning that Park would make the top. And there was a lot of cheering when that happened, which I believe he would hear from the transition zone.
Well, he still has plenty of time on his hands. 2 minutes 40 remaining on the clock as he inches towards the crazy dyno move. I love this move. We saw our first proper dyno in a lead climbing competition in Sasfay last year or the year before, I can't remember now. And the dyno's gradually evolved from there. We've seen more and more tweaks to the style, and the set is becoming braver and braver. And look at that, the time is oh my gosh, his time advantage is decreasing slightly. He's only 26 seconds ahead of Hyung Park now. Hits the dyno, look at that, almost static, really nice. Strong shoulders, strong core to kick the left foot in and slow himself down into the Stein. This is really going to come down to the wire, Kendra.
That first dyno was last season.
It was last year.
In Sasfay, yep. And I really love that style. That was kind of a step across.
And so here it is, Nikolai Kuzovlev now. It's going to come down to the clock. Reaches up to make the clip, and they'll be watching very closely when that second tool touches the ice. First goes in, second goes in, and there it is. Oh my gosh, 1 minute 30 left on the clock. I think he was about 9 seconds ahead of Hyung Park, and if that's the case, it's gold medal for Nikolai Kuzovlev. We'll have those confirmed results for you in just a few moments' time. Nikolai Kuzovlev, yeah, it says it there, first place. I think that's confirmed now. Amazing work from the Russian. Gold medal here in Cheongsong for the first World Cup lead final of the season. I'm going to run down now and grab some interviews, so don't go anywhere, stick with us. Kendra, I'm going to say a big thank you to you now. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Liam. It's been fun.
What was your highlight of the final?
Wow, watching Park just fly up that.
Yeah, it was stunning. He climbed it in such wonderful style. Thank you so much, Kendra. We'll see you again next week. I hope that you're not with me in the commentary booth, and I hope that you're out there on the wall. Right, guys, bear with me. I'm going to run down right now. Tell Rory to put that camera on the steps. Instruction now, and I believe that we didn't get the audio on the interview with Nikolai. Don't panic, I'll grab him again in a few minutes. I'm now with the female winner, Maria Tolokonina. Maria, how are you feeling?
Я очень устала, но счастлива. Напряжение весь день очень большое, потому что и скорость, и трудность пришлось лезть, и получилось выиграть оба вида.
She's very excited. She's very happy. It is very difficult to do both disciplines on the same day, but she's very happy.
And to win both disciplines on the same day.
Yes, and to win all disciplines.
Maria, at the top of the route, it was a really tricky move. You looked like you were in a strong position and then it popped. Did you know then that you'd won? What did you think had happened?
Я думаю, что это возможно было сделать, если чуть-чуть бы больше концентрации было. Под конец трассы было уже сложно.
She thinks that it was possible to do so, but she lost her concentration, and that's why she popped.
Well, congratulations on 2 gold medals. Maria Tolokanina will be on that podium twice this evening. Go, get yourself ready, we'll catch you later on. We're going to take a look round, see if we can find any more athletes to chat to. Stick with us. Where's my athlete?
몇 분만 제가 뽑아서 하겠습니다. 몇 분만. 이거 뽑아내면 이거 딱 누르면은 딱 튀어나옵니다. 한번 잡아줄 수 있어요? 오늘 약간 이거 잡아주고 자 보세요. 여기 있죠? 있으면 손가락으로 터치하는 겁니다. 딱 때려서 숫자 제일 많이 나오신 거 선물 하나 드리겠습니다. 제가 사과 박스 갑니다. 연말은 하는 거 알죠? 자, 제일 나 이거 자신 있다 소리 그대로 지르시는 분 한 번씩 뽑겠습니다. 제가. 자, 여기 티셔츠 나오고 오른쪽 색깔 나오고 여기 티셔츠 머리 쓰신 분에 나오시고 저기 나오고 포켓몬 있어요? 아니. 외국인. 네, 빨간 셔츠. 오케이. 4명 가겠습니다. 4명. 여기 서시죠. 그리고 또 외국인 분에서도 한번 먹었어요? 영어 통역으로 외국인. 오케이. 요거 일단 1등 하시는 모습이 티셔츠 내가 드리겠습니다. 들어오세요. 자, 왼쪽으로 오세요. 나오고. 자, 먼저 들어가실까요? 아무나. 오케이. 자, 자, 갑니다. 자, 점수는 837점. 자, 837점. 오케이. 837점 여기 위에 됩니다. 837점. 그 다음에 또 유탄 봅니다. 전략적으로 914. 상관없어요. 손가락으로 치시면 되겠습니다.
Okay, we managed to grab Nikolai Kuzovlev again and a translator, so hopefully we've got audio and some English for you. Nikolai, congratulations. How does it feel to take the first gold medal here?
Эта медаль уже очень для меня важна. Я к ней очень давно шел. В Корее я уже 6-й год. И я медаль такого достоинства в трудности ни разу не выиграл. Впереди еще 6 этапов Кубка мира. Буду стараться дальше, побеждать в каждом. Выкладываться по максимуму.
He's very happy. It's the first time he wins the gold medal in this discipline. So he worked very hard for this. So he's very, very happy.
Well, everybody here was very excited to see you on the top spot. Can you tell us, what does it mean to have such an enthusiastic crowd?
Поддержка публики именно в Корее очень сильна. Она эмоциональна. Она, когда лишь чувствуешь эти крики, они перекрикивают всю громкую музыку, которая тут работает. И эта поддержка, она помогает в лазании, если ты морально устойчивый.
Good luck.
Good luck. It helps him a lot. He hears the people, even
Everybody.
yeah, he hears the people, not the music.
That's so cool. Nikolai, we're only in the first competition of the season. Do you think you can win more competitions this year?
Сможешь больше выиграть?
Что?
Сможешь еще выиграть?
Я на это очень надеюсь. Буду стараться здесь сил. Я в себя верю. Я думаю, что у меня получится еще выиграть не раз в трудности.
He believes in himself and he thinks that he can do this.
Well, there you go, Nikolai. He believes in himself. After that performance today, I certainly believe in himself as well. Nikolai, congratulations. Go get your jacket on. Get ready for the podium. Get involved. Okay, we're going to have the podiums very, very shortly. Let me quickly just find those results and recap on those results from today. Okay, in the men's competition, 8th place was Kim Min-chol of Korea. 7th place, excellent performance from the USA's Kevin Lindlow. Dmitry Grebennikov of Russia in 6th. Lee Chang-hyun of Korea in 5th. Alexei Dengin of Russia with that brilliant performance in 4th. Bronze medal goes to Korea's Young-yeon Lee. Silver medal goes to Korea's Hyung Park. And gold medal, we just talked to him, goes to Nikolai Kuzovlev. I'm going to see if I can grab Hyung Park for a chat as well. In the women's competition, 8th place was Ireland's Emma McSwiggan. That heartbreaking performance for her. She did so well in qualifiers and semi-finals. I really thought this could have been a podium placing night for her, but that's competitions. 7th place is Korea's Han Young-mi. 6th place, Cora Jury of France. 5th place goes to Son Sung-ga of Korea. 4th place, amazing work from 19-year-old Sina Gertz of Switzerland. 3rd place and a bronze medal goes to Korea's Song Hana-rai. 2nd place and silver medal goes to Shin Won-seon of Korea. 1st place, it's an all-Russian top spot, goes to Maria Tolokanina of Russia. We'll also have the speed podiums up here soon. Let's see if we can find some more athletes. We'll be back in a few seconds.
사이즈도 많은 195. 야, 박수 한번 보내주시기 바라겠습니다. 오늘의 마지막 주인공을 양산의 선수 이분에게 대기를 선물로 드리도록 하겠습니다. 축하드립니다. 축하드립니다. 자, 메달리스트를 잠시 시청할 예정이니까요. 무대 후축도 보여주시기 바라겠습니다. 메달리스트분들의 곧 시상을 진행하니까요. 무대 후축으로 보여주시기를 부탁드리겠습니다. 이제 목이 좀 아프네요. 소리를 너무 많이 들었어요. 하지만 여러분들하고 같이 소리 지르고 같이 스트레스 해소시키고 너무 기분 좋았던 하루 같아요.
So I've managed to find 4th and 6th place, Sina Gertz and Coralie Jarry. Sina, brilliant performance. How does it feel to take 4th place here in Cheongsong, first World Cup of the season?
It feels great. It's my first time here, so it's a bit a different style from Saas-Fee or Switzerland. Much, more far moves. And in Saas-Fee it would be more technical. So I'm pretty proud of that I was able to adapt to this style.
And Cora, you climbed really well. You got 6th place. Stalled out a little bit at the beginning, but then found your pace higher up. How did you feel about your performance?
Yeah, it's a good memory because I was in final 4 years ago for my first World Cup, and it was strange to be in isolation because the level is so hard, and holes was very tricky at the beginning, so I did careful and I climbed not so fast, but I wanted to don't make mistakes. But I was completely pumped in the ice because it's so long and we didn't have this kind of structure in Champagne, so we just need to be more endurance. But that's an amazing structure, and it was so amazing to be in finals. So,
Well, it was great to see you both there. Sina, you're going to be on the whole tour this year, right?
Yeah, for sure. The 3 ones in Europe, and then maybe Denver. I will see.
Okay, and will we expect to see you in more finals?
Hopefully.
And Cora, what about you?
I would like to be in final in Saas-Fee, of course, and in Champagny. Also, yeah, sure. I think we can, yeah, sure. We can, yeah.
I love the optimism. I love those smiles. Thank you so much, ladies. Congratulations again on a great performance. So that was, of course, Sina Goetz and Coralie Jury, France and Switzerland. We'll see if we can grab a couple more athletes before the podiums. I'm scanning around, seeing who I can grab. So yeah, give me 2 more minutes, all right?
혹시나 입상을 못한 선수들도 있을 것이고 그죠? 많은 선수들이 있는데요. 금융동 색깔 뭐가 중요하겠습니까? 여러분들 선수들이 흘린 땀의 색깔이 다 같은데요, 그죠? 다 모르셨죠? 네, 월드컵 참가한 모든 선수가 참여합니다. 자, 잠시 후에 시상식 발표에서 진행되겠습니다. 알려드린 대로 진행할 테니까요. 선수들께서는 경기장 우측에 잠시 대기를 해주시기 바라겠습니다. 준비가 끝났습니다. 지금부터 시상식을 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 지금부터 국제산악연맹과 대한산악연맹이 공동 주최하고 그리고 중송송과 경상북도 산악연맹이 공동 주관하며 아웃도어 리서치 모스키스가 포함하는 2015 UIAA 중송 아이스클라이밍 월드컵 시상식 및 퇴배식을 진행하도록 하겠습니다.
So we're going to do a quick interview now with 3 of the Koreans. They're actually starting the medal ceremony right now. Park, you were so close to the gold medal, but an amazing effort and a silver medal. How do you feel?
I'm so happy because I have made it tough. So I'm very hard training after the competition. Very happy because I have making the tough enough. I'm so happy now.
Excellent. Narai, you climbed so well. A little bit slow through the middle section. How do you feel about your performance?
That loose was quite tricky than I expected, and when I passed that first ice batter, then I couldn't find the best way to get a higher hold. Then when I passed through that 2 ice batter on the loop, that was too tough for me, and then I feel a bit tired when I passed that ice batter. Then I couldn't get to the top, but I feel happy because I lose my core power, and then I'm very satisfied.
Well, congratulations on a great performance anyway. I think you're about to get called up to the podium, so I'll let you go. I will catch you later, okay? Thanks so much and well done. Okay, let's take a look at the podiums.
시상을 하겠습니다. 3위입니다. 마리아 필리포와. 자, 3위 선수에게 금메달과 상금 600kg와 그리고 꽃다발과 시상품이 수여되겠습니다. 좋아요. 이어서 2위 시상을 하겠습니다. 에카자자 코슈치와 2위입니다. 2위 선수에게 금메달과 상금 800유로 그리고 꽃다발 시상품이 수여되도록 하겠습니다.
800 euros.
So there is the first speed podium in the women's competition this year.
자, 오늘 1위가 되겠습니다. 자, 1위
Marianne Filipova, Katerina Kosheva, and Maria Tolokanina.
시상품이 수여되겠습니다.
To the winner for
What a prize is there!
gold medal, trophy, prize money,
Stuffed mascot, flowers, and a check.
awards, and Samsung mascot award.
에카트리나가 어렵게자고 예선 탈락했어요.
네, 2019 청소 아이스클라이밍 월드컵 속도 부분 여자부 우승국의 국기 교양 및 국가 연주가 있겠습니다. 장례기 씨 여러분께서는 전광판을 향해 주시기를 바라겠습니다.
If all guests could kindly face the screen, there will be a flag rising and ceremony and national anthem for first place.
So for the first time this season, we hear the Russian national anthem. And to recap one more time, third place is Marianne Filipova, second place Katerina Kosheva, and first place Maria Tolokanina. We now will have the men's podium.
오케이, 네, 감사합니다. 기념 촬영까지 마무리가 했고요. 이어서 남자부 속도 시상이 있겠습니다. 시상일이 경기도 산악연맹 김덕진 회장님께서 소개해 주시겠습니다.
The awards for the World Cup men's speed competition will be presented. Awards will be presented by the President of Gyeonggi-do Alpine Federation, Mr. Dong Min-hee.
자, 청송 아이스클라이밍 월드컵 속도 부문 남자부입니다. 3위 러시아의 블라디프 유르가. 축하 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
So here come the
러시아의
speed podium athletes.
1위입니다. 러시아의 안톤 선수입니다. 자, 먼저 3위부터 시상을 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 3위 유블로프 선수입니다. 3위 길이 동메달과 그리고 상금 600유로와 꽃다발 그리고
Third place goes to Vladislav Irlov,
Flowers and
Russian athlete taking the bronze medal.
for third place.
네, 이어서 2위가 되겠습니다. 니콜라이 선수입니다. 2위 길이
Second place and silver medal goes to Russia's Nikolai Kuzovlev.
되겠습니다.
A silver medal, prize money of 800 euros, flowers, and Changsong mascot doll are awarded for second place.
네, 마지막 1위 선수입니다. 안톤 선수입니다. 자, 안톤 선수의 길은 우리 금메달과 그리고 트로피 상금 1,200유로와 꽃다발과 시상품이 수여되겠습니다.
To the winner for first place, a gold medal, trophy, prize money of 1,200 euros. Flowers and Samsung mascot doll are awarded for first place.
Gold medal. First place goes to Russia's Anton Nemov. Another all-Russian podium in this speed competition. Special mention to fourth place, who are a Korean athlete for the first ever time. Very, very close to taking a third place here. Just goes to show that these athletes are really taking it seriously now, and Russia have got work to do if they want to maintain that top position. And so there, for the second time this season, there's the Russian national anthem. 2 gold medals in the speed. And next up is, of course, the lead podiums.
자, 계속해서 시상을 좀 이어가도록 하겠습니다. 다음에 월드컵 난이도 부분 여자부 시상이 있겠습니다.
Next, the awards for the World Cup Women's Lead Competition will be.
So now we go to the women's lead podium.
윤경희 정성 선수님께서 수고해 주시겠습니다.
Very tightly contested final this year in Cheongsong.
정성 아이스클라이밍 월드컵 난이도 부분 여자부 3위 대한민국 송한나래, 2위 대한민국 신은성, 1위 러시아의 톨로코니아 마리아 선수입니다. 자, 선수들에게 박수 한번 보내주시고요. 먼저 3위 선수부터 시상을 하도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 3위 선수가 되겠습니다. 대한민국의 송한나래.
Third place, bronze medal goes to Korea's Hanarai Song.
그리고 시상품이 수여되겠습니다.
A bronze medal, prize money of 1,000 euro, flowers and Samsung mascot doll are awarded for third place.
자, 이어서 2위 선수입니다. 대한민국의 신은성 선수입니다. 자, 신은성 선수에게는
Second place and silver medal goes to Korea's Moon Shin.
A silver medal, prize money of 1,500 euros, flowers and Samsung mascot doll are awarded for second place.
자, 1위 선수는요, 톨로코니아 마리아 선수가 되겠습니다. 금메달이 수여가 됐고요. 트로피와 상금 2,000유로 그리고 꽃다발과 시상품이 수여되겠습니다.
First place,
Winner for first
gold medal, the second gold medal of this event for Russia's Maria Tolokanina.
mascot doll are awarded for first place.
2019 청송 아이스클라이밍 월드컵 난이도 부문 여자부 우승국의 국기 계약 및 국가연주
We'll now have the Russian national anthem.
계신 여러분께서는 전광판을 향해 주시기 바랍니다.
If all guests could kindly face the screen, there will be a flag raising ceremony and national anthem for first place. be a photo session for the athletes.
There it is for the third time today. Russian national anthem. Third place goes to Hanarai's song. A bronze medal for Korea. Second place and a silver medal goes to Woncheon Shin of Korea in first place. Gold medal goes to Maria Talakanina of Russia. Very close run thing.
자, 그럼 이어서 월드컵 난이도 부문 남자부 시상이 있겠습니다.
Next, the award for the World Cup men's lead competition will be presented.
자, 시상에는
And so now our final podium of the evening.
해 주시겠습니다.
The award for
The men's lead final.
competition will be presented. Awards will be presented by UIAADB member Thomas Hare.
청소 아이스클라이밍 월드컵 난이도 부문 남자부입니다. 3위 대한민국 이영건, 2위 대한민국 박희용, 1위 러시아의 니콜라이 선수입니다.
Please give the athlete a big round of applause.
선수에게 박수를 부탁드리겠습니다. 시상을 진행하도록 하겠습니다.
Another very tightly contested final.
시상하겠습니다. 3위
Second and first place coming down to the time in which it topped. In the end, separated by about 5 or 6 seconds. I haven't seen the final results, but it was so close.
Prize money of 1,000 euros.
Third place and bronze medal goes to Young Yeon Lee of Korea.
2위 선수입니다. 대한민국의 박희용 선수입니다. 박희용 선수에게는
Silver medal, second place goes to Korean Ice King Park Hyung.
수여되겠습니다.
A silver medal, prize money of 1,500 euros. Flowers and Samsung mascot are awarded.
자, 1위가 되겠습니다. 1위는
First place and his second medal of the night, this time a gold one, Russia's Nikolai Kuzovlev.
2,000유로와
An athlete absolutely at the top of his game right now.
To the winner for first place.
Certainly a name to watch for the rest of the season.
2,000 euros. Flowers and Samsung mascot are awarded.
자, 여러분들 축하의 박수 한번 보내주세요. 2019 청소 아이스클라이밍 월드컵 난이도 부문 남자부
Too many prizes to handle.
국기 계약 및 국가 연주가 있겠습니다. 장애 계신 여러분께서는 전광판을 행해 주시기 바랍니다.
If audience could kindly face the screen, there will be a flag raising ceremony and national anthem for the first place.
And now we have the Russian national anthem. And so there it is, the Russian national anthem. To recap, third place, Young Yeon Lee, bronze medal for Korea. Second place and a silver medal for Korea, Hyung Park. And first place, gold medal goes to Russia's Nikolai Kuzovlev.
자, 2019 UIAA 청소 아이스클라이밍 월드컵을 모두 마치고 UIAA 집행위원 토마스 카우님께서 인사 말씀 겸 환송사가 있으시겠습니다. 여러분 박수 한번 보내주시기 바라겠습니다.
UIAADB members
And so that concludes our competition here in Cheongsong, South Korea, the first World Cup of the season. It's an absolutely stunning event. There's been surprise, there's been heartbreak, and there's been a lot of success. It's been a thriller. I can't wait to see you guys next week in Beijing. My name's Liam Lonsdale. Until then, have a good one.